Hey guys, and welcome back to Thriving Out Loud with your girl Tiff. I am Tiff, aka Thriving Tiff. This is the podcast where we talk about faith, fitness, and freedom. I also say faith, fitness, and family. And this is actually what it looks like to build a life you love when life is already so full with so many amazing things. I'm your host, Tiff, and y'all, oh my god, it feels so good to be back home. I miss Texas so much, but while we were gone, guess what it did? It rained, and you know how much I hate cutting grass, but it's got to get done later on this week, and I know how to prepare now. If you've heard my other episodes, you can go back and listen to them. But grass is going to get done. The laundry's already gotten done. Thank you, Jesus. I unpacked already and put the suitcases up. Oh, but something unexpected happened. I opened my fridge. I don't even know why. I wasn't even hungry. I just opened it just to open it. You know, people say you're not hungry, you're bored. Well, I guess I was bored and I wanted to see what was in the fridge. Big mistake because the freaking fridge smelled like death. I had left chicken breast in the fridge, and if you're gone for a week and you don't eat it, that stuff smells terrible. So before I could even go to bed, I just had to clean it. It smelled so horrible. I didn't want my whole house to smell like that. So I cleaned it as best as I could, and then I asked my youngest, who already knew what it smelled like. I said, hey, test it. Like, what does it smell like? He's like, it still smells nasty, blah, 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 blah. So I called Zoe, and I'm like, baby, come smell the fridge. How does it smell? And she gave me the thumbs up. She's like, ooh, it smells good. What did you do? So I knew that my job was done for the night. And man, what a freaking present to come home to. But gosh, guys, I have been waiting so long to record this episode. Like, I have been holding on to the story, and I knew it literally needed its own episode. I knew it deserves its own moment because what happened while I was on vacation changed something inside me. I don't think I can fully explain it yet, but I'm going to try my very best to explain what happened on my vacation. So grab your coffee, grab your water, whatever it is. If you're about to go out for a walk, get your headphones, make sure they're charged, and make sure your watch is charged, because if it's not, it does not count. That's how I am. If my watch isn't charged, I have to wait for it to charge to, oh my god, look, it's my ADHD distracting me. So yes, if you're about to go walk, lace them up, or if you're just about to chill, listen to me vent about everything, because today we're talking about what it actually looks like when you do not quit. Not the pretty version, the real one. So let's get into it. So, you know, when you're on vacation, and you working moms aren't really on vacation, you're still on vacation, but you are working because you have mom life, dad life. You still have to manage your 3 little or however many kids you have. So, you know what? Before we get started, if you're new here, what up? If you haven't followed me, go follow me on TikTok. I am at thrive_inspire. You will see a picture of my face, and it says Thriving Tiff. You already know we were at the Repkin Experience World Series in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. My son and his baseball team, who are called the STX Sliders. STX stands for South Texas Sliders. It's an organization, and they have many teams in other cities in Texas. Well, ours is a combination of like kids from Portland, Corpus, Kingsville, San Diego. So it's literally a South Texas slider team. Well, they made it to the national tournament, and honestly, the whole week was one of those where you are just in the middle of thinking, I need to remember every single second of it because it was beautiful. The scenery was beautiful, the sun, the sand, baseball fields, the beach, the pool. You want to chill, you want to eat, you want to have fun. Then you're at the ballpark. Like, it was a whole thing. My whole family in one place, no school, no alarm clocks, my baby doing what they love. And the cool thing about it was we had late games, so we got to sleep in. We didn't have to wake up early. Here in Texas, we usually catch a lot of 8 o'clock games, and if you know baseball, you usually have to be there an hour early. So if you have an 8 o'clock game, you got to be there by 7, which means we got to get up at 6, leave the house at 6:30. Like, it's a whole thing. So at Myrtle Beach, it was amazing. We got to sleep in and actually enjoy where we were. Like, I'm telling you, the schedule was really good. We only played, I think it was like 2 games at most in a day. So we had the rest of the time to just explore, soak it all in, and just be present. It should have been the most relaxed week of my life, but let me see, how can I say this? In a lot of ways, it was amazing. We had so much fun. If you go and look at my TikTok, you can see all the crazy videos we did. My kids were living their best life. What do you call it? Your kids are your broke best friends, where mommy and daddy pay for everything. They got to do the slingshot, this other crazy ride. And if you go check it out, you can see their reactions to it. It was pretty funny. Love it, love it, love it, love it. But here's the thing about being a mom who's also trying to build something big. You don't stop to just be on vacation and have fun, right? The brain just doesn't turn off. The ideas don't stop coming, and the work, it just travels with you. Thankfully, we drove, so I had 20 hours to knock all that stuff out. And if you did not listen to last episode, go listen to it. We drove straight through, so it was like a 20-hour drive. And on the first day, like driving over there, my husband and I, we did the whole thing. I mean, I was passenger princess. I made sure he didn't sleep, but he drove he never taught me in to drive. So during all that time, my favorite part was probably riding on the balcony, overlooking the beach. I was recording my voice memos in the car as well. On the way to games, I was jotting down ideas in the parking lot of a breakfast place we went to go eat. They were the number one breakfast place in South Carolina. So while we were in there, jotting things down, I believe I got a book chapter in my notes already, so yay me. I had so many podcast ideas in my head, and an app sitting in the Apple review again. If you don't know, I've been rejected so many times. And while I was trying to also be fully present for my kids and my husband and soak in all the beautiful memories and exciting things happening, I realized that it had gotten so good at working in the margins of my life that I don't even notice that I'm doing it anymore. Like during dead time, that's literally what I'm doing. Instead of scrolling, instead of looking at stuff, that's what I'm doing. I'm using my margins to get stuff done. The parking lot, the treadmill, the gym sessions, the waiting for them to play because we have to be there an hour early. The hotel balcony in Myrtle Beach, which was my favorite. There was just a whole brand getting built in between the moments. And I want you to hear me when I say I used to think that meant I was doing something wrong. That if I was really successful, I'd have some dedicated office and a team of people and a real schedule. But now that I think about it, no. That was just what building looks like before it looks like what you have imagined. And on this particular trip, while I was building in the margins, God was working in the background because that is what He does best. Amen. Hallelujah. So, if you don't know, again, I have been rejected 21 times on my app. And let me back up and give you the full content because some of y'all might be new here. So again, welcome if you are, and you need to understand what has been going on with this app. A few months ago, I decided to build a life coaching app. Now, I really want you to hear it. I decided to build an app, yes, a math teacher, a special education teacher from Corpus Christi, Texas, who coaches basketball and track. I also raised 3 very loud, I don't want to say exhausting because they're not, they're just amazing. 3 very loud, wild, and athletic kids. I have no coding degree, and if we're being honest, for my degree, I had an engineering degree. We had to take a coding class. Computer science is what it was. Y'all, I got a D in that class. But hey, a D gets you that degree. What? Raise the roof. I have no tech background. I have no team behind me. But guess what I did? I built it anyway. Like, why not? Anybody is capable of anything nowadays. So my app is called Thriving and Surviving, and it's literally everything I had wished I had in my hardest seasons. It's faith content, it has mindset, daily habits, and a community, all in one place. Something I could hand to my students or a friend and say, here, start here, on the days you literally don't know where to go. I taught myself everything. YouTube, Google, trial, and error at midnight while my kids were sleeping. And I submitted it to the App Store. They rejected it. So I fixed what they needed me to fix. And then guess what? I resubmitted it. Then, guess what? They rejected it again. So I fixed it again and again and again. 21 times. I want you to sit with that number. 21 rejections from Apple. 21 times being told, not yet. Something's still wrong. Go back and try again. There are nights I sat in the car looking at the rejection note, thinking, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. Maybe I'm not qualified enough. Maybe Apple knows something I don't. But then I thought about what I tell my athletes every single season. We are winners and we are learners. We are not losers here. No sirree. I do not coach losers. I coach learners. And I realized I was being a hypocrite. Every time I thought about quitting, how am I supposed to stand in front of a gym full of young people and say, we never lose, we only learn, and then go home and give up on my own dream because it got too hard? I couldn't. That didn't sit well with me. And again, I have no coding experience whatsoever. So I got back up every single time. Every single time I got that rejection notification, I fixed it, I prayed over it, and I resubmitted it 21 times. And here's the wild part. I mean, God is wild. I was sitting on my balcony in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, on vacation, writing this very story when the notification comes through. It wasn't even a notification. Usually every morning I wake up, I do my 3 pins on Pinterest, then I go to my app store, see what I need to fix because I'm used to getting rejected so much, and I open it. And when I opened it this time, there was no rejection. It was just all green. I can't explain it. Once you go and write an app, and I'm telling you, if I can do it, you literally can go do it. There's so many different apps out there that help you with it. But it was green. There was no red. So I had to do a double take, whoa, what's going on? It says, your app has been approved. Y'all, I was shaking. I was so happy. I was just so pumped. I couldn't stop smiling. So I ran to my husband and I turned my phone and I was like, oh my God, look. With the biggest smile on my face. And he's like, what happened? Because you have to understand, I had gotten so used to opening that website and seeing one word, rejected, every single time. And little red words too, rejected. The word had become so normal that I almost expected it. But not this time. No. All that hard work had paid off, all those late nights, all 21 of those no's, they finally led to yes. And when I showed my husband, he was so happy for me. He didn't know what I was showing him at the moment, but he was happy because I was happy. And then I finally explained, my app, it's not rejected, it's in the App Store. So he got his phone. He was the first one to download it, and I don't know. It was just such an amazing feeling. I have it on my phone, sent it to all my family and friends. And yeah, not this time. Nope. All that hard work, all those late nights, and I did that. I'm talking full on. I couldn't breathe. The sun on my face, ocean in the background. I don't know. My husband thought something was wrong. And y'all know how I talk about angel numbers. Like, I talk about angel numbers all the time. And the first thing I did after I caught my breath was I looked at my phone. You would not believe what number was on my freaking phone. The clock had said 4:44. Oh my God, if that was not a sign. If you know, you know. For those of you who don't know, 444 is an angel number that means you are exactly where you were supposed to be. Ooh, excuse me. It means your hard work is being seen. It means God and his angels are present in what you are doing right now in this season, even when it feels so impossible. 444 doesn't mean something big is coming someday. 444 means you are already on the right path. I had been seeing 444 for months. And then, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, there was this girl. I liked her nail color. And on her calf, she literally had the tattoo 444. Then when I look at my app, you're going to tell me it's 444? Like, what in the world? Some say it's coincidence, but if you know, you know. On the clock, I've seen it on receipts, on license plates. It's been everywhere. It's just me been so zoned out on all the crazy things around me that now I'm piecing it together. And I started to take it as a promise. Like God was saying, I see you, don't stop. And then the moment the app got approved at 4:44, of course it was. Like, seriously, that's not coincidence. That is God saying, I told you, girl, keep going. I got you. And of course, I did. And here we are. So, app spotlight. Now I can actually get to talk about the things that I've been building this whole time, because Thriving and Surviving is officially in the App Store right now. Go search it, Thriving and Surviving, download it, rate it, make me look good, please. I promise it was worth the 21 rejections. When you open it, guys, the app is built around the same 3 pillars I talk about in my podcast: faith, fitness, freedom, aka also family. It has daily habit tracking, mindset content, faith-based encouragement, and it's designed for people who aren't in the thick of it. The busy parent, the full-time worker, the person building something in the margins of their already packed life. Let me see, I'm trying to think. I heard this from someone, I just don't remember who, so I'm sorry if you said it, I'm not quoting you, but it's not that you're behind, it's just that you're full. You're full right now, so you're not behind, your life is so full, and then when you start to plan in those margins, crazy things happen. My app's also for people who need somewhere to go on those hard days. There is a free version, so you can get in and look around, go play with it. And then there's a premium subscription where you can pay monthly for $9.99 or yearly for $89.99 if you want to go all in. Those are my people. That's what I do, because I just forget. So I go all in. And I want to say this clearly. This app came from a real place. It's not a cash grab. It's not just another thing I threw together. I mean, I'm not a coder and I work so hard on this. It is a thing I wish existed when I was at my lowest and didn't know where to turn. So if that's you right now, or if you know someone who needs it, go to the App Store, search Thriving and Surviving, and download it today. Link is also in my bio everywhere on at @thrive_inspire, aka Thriving Tiff. I have TikTok, I have Facebook. Go get it all. Stay connected with me. And if you're an Android, my Android versions, that is coming too. I see you, my Android fam. I'm working on it. It's actually harder because I have to have people who have Androids in order to get it out there, but I don't know any, so I had to buy an Android phone. I had to ask friends for Android phones so that we can get the Android version, the Google Store version out there. Whew, goodness gracious. So now let's talk about working in the conditions you're in right now. Okay. I want to talk to you about something that might be the most underrated lesson of what this whole trip was about. I didn't have my setup on this vacation. No fancy office, no home gym, no quiet barn at 5 a.m. I didn't have a dedicated workplace where I could just have a desk and put my stuff on. No, none of it. No perfect conditions whatsoever. But I did have a condo balcony, a phone, on my phone, the Notes app, and stolen pockets of time in between baseball games and pool time and family dinners and crazy scary rides that my kids made me do. And I got more done on this trip than I expected. Not because I had more time. Please, I did not have more time. I actually had less time. But because I had learned somewhere along the way, without even fully realizing it, how to work in the conditions I'm already in instead of waiting for the conditions I think I need. That's a mindset shift. Okay, I'm going to say that again. That is a mindset shift, and I want to call out specifically today because I think so many of us are still waiting. We're waiting until the kids get older. We're waiting until the schedule clears up. We're waiting until we have the right equipment. Waiting until we have that money. Waiting until we feel ready. And what I have learned the hard way over and over and over again is that the conditions are never going to be perfect. The perfect morning does not exist. The perfect season doesn't come. But the parking lot is always there. The voice memo app is always there. The 5 minutes before pickup, it's always there. I wrote a chunk of my book on a balcony. Oh my God, was it so beautiful. I had a business breakthrough in a car on the way to a baseball game. I got an app approved while I was sitting in the sun trying to be on vacation. This whole thing got built in the margins. And here's what I want you to take from it. The in-between time is not the warm-up. It is the work. For a lot of us in the season, that's all we've got. And that is enough to build something real, to build something big. You don't need a perfect setup. You just need to make a decision. A decision that says, I'm going to use what I have, where I am right now, and I'm going to keep building anyway. That decision is what separates the people who dream about it and the people who actually live it. You are definitely the second kind of person. You are going to be the person who lives it. So now I want to talk about the faith moment. Here's the spiritual piece I can't leave out of the episode. Through the whole app journey, all 21 rejections, all the late nights, all the moments where I thought about quitting, I kept feeling that specific loneliness. Not the bad kind, not the nobody loves me kind, no. The kind where nobody can see what you see yet. You know what I mean? Does anyone know what I mean out there? The dream lives in your head, okay? They're your dreams, and they're only in your head. And you're the one who can feel how real it is. And that is, it's kind of its own lonely. But here's what I've also kept feeling. Right along it, God never left. He was in the barn gym at 5 a.m. He was in the Notes app full of ideas that came out of nowhere. Like that was him giving me those powers. He was the one in the TikTok comments from strangers who somehow said exactly the right thing on exactly the right day. He was in every 444 that showed up when I needed a sign the most. I didn't do it alone. I could not have done this alone. No, sorry. And I really believe that if you are in your own version of this right now, building something that nobody else can see yet, or sitting in your own strings of rejections, or doing the work in the margins of your life while everyone else is asleep to what you're building, He is there with you right now. You can't see Him, but you should know He is there. I'm a strong believer that everything happens for a reason and only on God's timeline, not ours. Because if it was ours, then of course we're going to ruin it. He knows the perfect time. He knows when it's going to happen. He knows what's up. You know what I mean? I didn't get the app approved when I wanted it. I would love to have gotten approved on 13 or number 1 or number 3. I got approved on a balcony in Myrtle Beach at 444 in the middle of a chapter about not quitting, while I was surrounded by my whole family. That's not an accident. That is a freaking story. And it's a story only God could have written this well. Me just saying that right now is wild. Holy freaking cow. With my balcony, getting a snap of what my life is going to be like. Oh my goodness. I'm getting emotional. Deep breaths. Focus, 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 focus. Whew. It's crazy. It's wild. He really knows how to, just be like, boom, I got you, girl. Whew. So, okay, I have to tell you something before I let you go today. I know it's just been one thing after another. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Everything I've talked about in this episode, the loneliness, the 21 rejections, the 5 a.m. gem, the people in your corner, the 444 moments on the balcony, I literally just wrote all of that as my chapter 9 of my new book. The book is going to be called Girl, God's Got It, Lies I Stopped Believing When I Started Trusting Him. And it is going to be a faith-based, personal development book. Specifically for the people who are in the middle of something hard right now and need to hear that God hasn't left them and the dream that is worth chasing is still there. So keep chasing it. Chapter 9 is called I Have to Do This Alone. And today's episode was essentially that chapter out loud. Because that's what we do. We thrive out loud. So if this episode hits something in you, if you heard yourself somewhere in the story, I want you to know there's a whole book full of chapters like this. The book, hopefully, God willing, fingers crossed, is supposed to drop July 4th on Independence Day because, I don't know, it just felt right. If you haven't, guys, go follow me on TikTok at thrive_inspire so you don't miss the launch. I'm also on Facebook now. I don't know, Facebook is just, it's something new to me, but I'm learning. Again, I'm learning. And if you are someone who has been waiting for a sign to keep going on your own, consider this your 444 sign. Okay, I'm not gonna be crazy right now, but I'm looking at the time and it's 1:11. What the world? But before we go, guys, here's your challenge for the week. I want you to send one text. Pick one person who has shown up for you, even quietly, even without fully understanding the dream, and send them a specific thank you, not a generic one. Name the actual thing they did. Because here's what happens. It reminds you that you are not actually alone, and it gives them a reason to keep showing up on crazy days. And it makes them feel good and happy. So send that text this week. And yeah, this was episode 10. Episode 10. Can you believe that? You've been with me for 10 weeks. I love y'all. Thank you. Yes, episode 10 of Thriving Out Loud with your girl Tiff. If this episode blessed you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment down below. If you're listening on Spotify or YouTube podcast, it truly helps more people find the show. You can find me again everywhere at thrive_inspire. Go check out my first book. It's based on a true story. Magic numbers everywhere in that book. It's called Boots, Brawls, and Blessings. It is on Amazon. And oh my goodness, how could we forget? The Thriving and Surviving app is live right now in the App Store. Go download it. Leave me a 5-star review and let's build this community together. I love y'all. I am rooting for you, and I will see you next week, guys. Keep thriving. Bye.